Hi, I'm Carrie Beck with HowToTeachWriting.com and CurriculumConnection.net. I am so excited to be here today to tell you about one of my favorite essay writing guides. When my daughters were going through junior high and high school, we had some guides for essay, but they weren't near as good as the Elegant Essay by Alicia Myers. By the time my son got into junior high, I had discovered this fantastic program and I used it with him, and he continues to use some of the concepts today into high school. He just finished his sophomore year, so that's 4 years of using some of these concepts in his writing. Let me show you why I like Elegant Essay so much. The biggest thing is Elegant Essay takes an essay and does not say, here, write an essay with this, 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 and this. It breaks down all the parts. So we have a thesis, we have a body, we have introduction, a conclusion. Each one of those, you will spend time working on writing good introductions, writing good body paragraphs, writing good thesis. I mean, it really does help the students learn what the parts are and how they work. The beginning of this is obviously an overview, but the very first lesson is on thesis statements. It explains what a thesis statement is, and then it gives examples of thesis statements. The kids are learning more about it, more thesis statement examples. Now there are exercises on writing good thesis statements. In the back of the book are different sample answers. But here's a whole section here on writing good thesis statements. Next we have our body. This is one of the best parts of this because it doesn't say just write a topic sentence and a clincher like we've talked about. It gives specifically what each sentence ought to be. What should you be including in those sentences? It gives it right here in the body paragraphs and tells you how to write a good body that flows and gives good support. Then it explains what the difference is between showing and telling on your topics and what you're trying to prove, and it talks about giving good evidence and support examples. And what are those? Are they just statistics and descriptions? No, they've given you several ideas of how you can do that. Then we have two graphic organizers. Here's one, gives you an introduction, conclusion, and then your body paragraphs. It's just a way to get your ideas down on paper. Then we've got another one here that talks about, here is your introduction, your attention getter, your thesis, and then body, first point, so forth, all the way down to conclusion, and then a place for your references. Just a way to outline and get your ideas down. Now, they've given you all this overview. Now they're going to give you exercises on writing good body paragraphs, a chance for you to put a thesis and a body paragraph there, and then some more exercises here. Next, we talk about transitions. IEW is famous for giving you words that your kids will need when they are expected to make transitions, when they're expected to use prepositions or adverbs. They give you a list. Some kids don't have the vocabulary they need to be able to write well. But if you talk about transitions and you give them a list of transitions here, if they need to make a transition, they come to this list and there they are, just right there for you, and they can find just the right one. Then there's two exercises about writing transitional statements. The next section is one of my very favorites, along with some of the body paragraphs, and that's an introduction. It explains what an introduction is for. It tells you different kinds of introductions, gives you problems with introductions, and then gives you 7 different ones and examples of each one of those introductions. Now, your student has a topic and he has to write on that topic and give 7 different introductory paragraphs based on the 7 types that they learn. New topic, 7 more introductions. Do you see how they're breaking down what an essay is and giving them exercises to practice? It's just like playing the piano. When you learn those scales to play, you don't ever perform those. Well, here you're not necessarily going to use these specific paragraphs, but you practice like you do the scales over and over so that when it's time to put on a production and perform, it's smooth. Here, same thing. When you've practiced your introductions, your body paragraphs, your thesis, your conclusion so much, when it's time to pull it all together and make a good essay, it's just natural and easy. Same thing with conclusions here. They give you 7 different types of conclusions, and then they begin to give you exercises. They have to write on one topic 7 different conclusion paragraphs 2 times. And then we talk a little bit about review and how they can pull up their form and turn something into a good paragraph. And then finally we're going to hit polishing. Polishing, because sometimes I will say with IEW, when you're learning certain concepts in writing skills, things get a little clunky and moms don't like that. But as far as I'm concerned, that's okay if they can just practice it. They will get to the point where they will finish a project and it will be smooth and polished. Well, this whole section is on polishing clausal thesis statements, just how to write that, how to answer prompts when you take a test or when you have a teacher giving that to you. Then finally, we hit lesson 9, descriptive essay. They're going to write their own descriptive essay. It's going to tell you how to think through it, how to organize it, how to write your body paragraphs, your introduction, your transitions, your conclusions. Then we're going to talk about a persuasive essay. Same thing. Thinking about it, organizing it, and then setting it up, getting yourself organized. Once you finish this, we move on over to teaching helps, which is all for you as mom, not necessarily kids. Overview, supplies you need, tells you how to grade, what to do maybe if they have late work. And then you've got a 10-week schedule. Exactly how do you work this out? Each week, what do you do? And then we have lesson plans. For each one of the lessons I just showed you, there's a lesson plan in the back of the book with sample answers that your students might come up with. Finally, you may go, okay, I've gone through all this, we've written a couple essays, what do I do next? Well, guess what? What's next? A whole section on how you can start to assign thesis topics, different topic ideas that you might want to assign to your students. This is an elegant essay. As far as I'm concerned, as I said earlier, this is probably the best guide I've ever seen on writing essays. Cool thing is, if you buy it from curriculumconnection.net, you can get free shipping. Pretty cool. Take this, go look at the link that is on this video. You'll be able to read more about it, get more details about it. I am convinced that this will improve your students' writing if you just follow the exercises and the lesson plans here. This is fantastic. Elegant Essay by Leisha Myers. I'm Carrie Beck, howtoteachwriting.com and curriculumconnection.net.